Hi YouTubers, it's Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone. And if the Super Blackhawk Ruger is the king of single actions, then certainly the Ruger Blackhawk in 45 Long Colt Convertible is the prince, especially with a 7.5-inch barrel. So most convertible Blackhawk 45 Colt 45 ACP owners shoot predominantly the 45 Long Colt. And we tend to neglect the 45 ACP cylinder. In fact, I've heard it said that it's good to have the 45 ACP cylinder just in case ammo is hard to find, and we can get 45 ACP ammo easier or cheaper than 45 Colt. Otherwise, we're going to shoot a 45 Colt cylinder most of the time. So the purpose of this video is to look into the differences between the 45 Colt cylinder and the 45 ACP cylinder in the Blackhawk 45 Colt revolver. YouTubers, the only way to compare the two cylinders is to use the same bullet. We're using the Lee 200 grain semi-wad cutter 45 caliber bullet. Now the 45 Colt cylinder will have these loads of 8.5 grains of unique powder, and the 45 ACP cylinder will have the 45 ACP loads with 5.2 grains of promo. We're going to compare the accuracy, the velocity, the cost, the general utility, and see which one we like. So there's our view through the sky screens for the chronograph. So we'll go ahead and chronograph some loads. Barrel. The 45 Long Colt round loaded with 8.5 grains of unique, averaged 955 feet per second, and the 45 ACP averaged 1,058 feet per second. So if we loaded the 45 Long Colt with 9 grains of unique, that would probably be on par with the velocity of the 45 ACP with a 5.2 grain promo. So there's the rested group shot by the 45 Long Colt cylinder, shooting 8.5 grains of unique and a 200 grain semi-wad cutter bullet. And here's the group shot by the 45 ACP cylinder, and that's got 5.2 grains of promo. So YouTubers, what conclusions can we draw? And number one is that the 45 ACP is a more modern and a more efficient round than the 45 Colt, because the case capacity takes advantage of the normal pistol powders that are used, and we can develop velocities with less powder and more economical powder than the 45 Colt. So overall, the 45 ACP is more economical to shoot. Now, of course, the 45 Colt can be magnumized by taking advantage of more of the powder space and using slower burning powders so that we can get velocities that are in the magnum range over and above what can be done with the 45 ACP, and that's what the 45 Colt has an advantage there. But if we're shooting equal velocity loads in both, the 45 Colt does have a nostalgia factor, and that's a big thing actually. So we appreciate that for the 45 Colt. Now, there's no advantage in either one in accuracy. They're both accurate. Now, we were thinking that the 45 ACP might not be as accurate because it has a big jump when the bullet comes out of the case. It has a lot farther to go before it gets into the forcing cone of the barrel. But practically speaking, that is not a problem. They're both equally accurate. And power level in the plus P range, we're looking at 1,058 feet per second with the 45 ACP with a 200 grain bullet. That's a pretty mean load there. And that can easily be achieved by loading the 45 Colt also. So power levels for plus P loading is on par with both. So the final word is that the 45 ACP is actually a very good round to shoot in the 45 convertible Ruger Blackhawks, and we should not neglect it. So YouTubers out there, take care. Enjoy your convertible 45 Colt 45 ACP Rugers. We'll see you again next video. Bye for now.